Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Emily Anderson with FranNet, and I am here with two co-presenters, Sung and James. I'm really excited to tell you about this really unique franchise model. A couple of reasons why I think it's worth getting on your radar. This is a ground floor opportunity, and the how unique this is. I just can't wait for you guys to hear it from Sung and James themselves. It's a simple model. It's highly scalable with really little to no competition. And this is a recurring revenue model, which so many of our candidates, that's what we like to see. So I am going to introduce you to Sung and James, who are going to talk about the managed mode opportunity. Hi, guys.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us. We're excited.
Yeah. All right. So jump on in. I think I've given you keyboard and mouse control, and it's all yours.
Thanks, Emily. Sung Ohm here, Vice President of Franchise Development for Managed Mode Landscaping. I wanted to introduce one of our co-founders, James Jacobson, to give us a little snapshot of our history and background. And as the slide moves forward.
Well, I can jump in. Me and Peter Roberts started doing this way back in 1999. So we've been building corporate locations for 21 years now. And we went from being a traditional landscape company to kind of what we think is game changers in the field. We have a subcontracting model that basically pulls together the underutilized and undermanaged labor pool across the country. That's that the landscape industry is. It's a broken, fragmented industry it's basically a body without a head on it. And our model enables us to kind of, bring people together, bring these owner operators together, and not only provide constant workflow for them, but also help with the business end, invoicing, scheduling, billing, routing of everything. And it just seems to be a great fit for what we can offer, as well as what the landscape industry needs.
Absolutely. So just to cover a couple of things here, guys, this is Sung once again. It's a very unique offering. Currently right now in the landscaping space, there's nothing currently out there that is similar to what we currently operate. We're looking for individuals that have little or no landscaping background at all. We can definitely teach you the landscaping side of the business, as long as we have some sort of a business understanding. The ramp up with little to no overhead in the beginning really allows you, our franchisees, to ramp up very quickly. We do require some sort of an office space, but 90% of what we do is either in the field or on the phone. So we can definitely, really manage the P&L at least in the ramp-up stages. This is a semi-absentee business model, which provides work-life balance. What we mean by a semi-absentee business model is you will hire an account manager. That account manager would be really responsible for managing the relationship with the clients, which are our commercial property owners and managers. And then on the other side, really managing our vendors being our landscapers. We work with crews anywhere from 5 to 10 crews on a regular basis, and we provide work for them to fulfill the commitments that we've made with each commercial property. We do not require any equipment. We actually don't do any of the mowing ourselves. As James stated, we are a subcontracting model. We have standard operating procedures and manuals behind how we evaluate properties, our pricing metric, which allows us to accurately provide bids for those locations and consistently provide us with margins that make sense for us on the business side. We are an 83+% retention model. It is a reoccurring revenue model where we do service the properties on a month-to-month basis, which makes it attractive. If we look at numbers from last year, I think we're closer to a 92% retention model. And we also provide bolt-on services as we work with the property owners and managers with the relationships that we grow. We do have an integrated back-end system that allows for this to operate as a semi-absentee model and create efficiencies within it, whether it's the client side or the vendor side. We have mobile applications as well as our ability to do quality control and management, invoicing, payroll, deployment and scheduling, which allow this to definitely be a turnkey model for our owners. Fully integrated software system that we will train all of our owners on. We provide 2 weeks of training, where 1 week of training is mandatory up in the Seattle market. We also provide 1 week of training on site, where we will have an account manager to come down into your location during grand opening. And during that time, we will go out and get bids. We will go out and find crews that will work with you and begin training them on an ongoing basis. You will have support from the corporate office here, and we have a support staff that is set up so that you guys can utilize them on a regular day-to-day basis. It's also web-based and modules, phone calls, really what you guys need to get the boots on the ground and get up and running. Anything I'm missing there, James?
No, that sounds good.
Our territory sizes currently are 4,000 to 6,000 commercial properties. And just to understand our core business and a little bit of history from James and Peter, we've been in the landscaping industry for 20 plus years. We were landscapers ourselves. We had crews sizes of 35, 40 employees. What we found to be the most efficient is actually working with commercial properties versus residential. Creates more consistency with our model, and it's a little bit less of it creates more of a reoccurring model for us and consistency. Anything else on the property sizes?
Yeah, it's basically recession proof, because what we go after are sites that need the service, whether the economy is doing great. You know, you got Chase Banks, you got Safeways, any type of site that has to look good. Has to have basically landscape maintenance done to it, and so it's a great recession-proof model compared to residential. Residential may 1 year eventually get bolted on as an add-on, but we want to start to focus on commercial properties.
Yeah, an example of residential would be working with an HOA group, an apartment complex, or properties of that nature, and we will sprinkle that on as we grow the business. Initial investment range, currently 118,000 up to 168,000, where 60,000 of that is going to go towards working capital and including 3 months of working capital. That's assuming that you're coming into the model, potentially maintaining a full-time position, hiring account managers to help you run your business. If you are an owner operator, we can definitely work with that number to closer to the 118,000. Which would allow you to maintain the cash flow a little bit nicer. We do require at least $50,000 in liquid requirements, whether that's cash, savings, stocks, retirement assets, and then a net worth of $200,000. If you do qualify under these two criteria, we are SBA approved, and we can definitely work with third-party lenders to get you financed and approved for the financing. Who we are looking for as ideal candidates for us, individuals who understand that we are a B2B sales model, and then we manage the vendors on the back end. So someone who is highly motivated, has a little bit of backbone and grit, focused on exceptional service. We are a concierge service and provide a white glove approach to property management and maintaining their landscaping. Ability to deal with challenges and to be able to evolve, experience in sales, project management, managing people, account management, are individuals who would ideally fit with our culture. Not afraid of hard work, confidence to ask questions and support. If you do run into any type of issues, we definitely want you to reach out to us so that we can help in assisting that as a team mentality. High standard of excellence. Once again, going back to that concierge approach, our clients truly like working with us because we take away, areas of stress in their daily workflow. Is there anybody else that we're talking about, James?
No, you get someone with that stuff, they're going to work.
Absolutely. We have a 4-step process in our due diligence and development onboarding process. We definitely want to walk you through our model, the introductory presentation, walk through the unit economics in our item 19 and item 7s, marketing, operations, training, support, understand exactly what you'll be receiving as a potential franchisee. If it's still something that you're considering at that point, we would go through a deep dive of our FDD review and invite you out to meet the team day or discovery day, where we can break bread and get to know each other to see if this could be a true viable opportunity for you, and make sure it's a good cultural fit for both sides. And then at that point, review the franchise agreement and hopefully welcome you guys on to the Manage Mode team.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Hey, Sung and James, can I ask a quick question?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
curious I'm curious, what does a typical day in the life of the owner look like in this model,
Yeah,
whether owner
question.
operator hat or semi-absentee hat? Can you give us a visual of that?
Yeah, sure. So if the owner is going to be doing the account management role, that's the main role. So if he's choosing to do it, it's initially building the book of business through sales. So it's going out and getting sales, asking for the business, using our approach and our system and marketing and the whole plan, but basically going out and asking for the business and closing deals. And then once accounts start rolling in, setting them up and managing the subcontractors we team up with. And again, that would be trained. How do you find the crews? How do you manage them? How do you vet them? How do you onboard them? And so as you build the book of business, you're also building your crew base, and then and then getting the work done basically. And then once the work is done and started, you got a quality control schedule you have to be planning and implementing. And it's basically you got to visit each site at least once a month and make sure the standards are up to brand standards. So there's basically a sprinkling of sales and management, and kind of a good snapshot of that. And depending on how quickly they want to ramp up the book, it could be, if you're a semi-absentee, if you want to hire someone to do that for you, you could be managing that person, and that could be a couple hours a day for yourself, or it could be, sky's the limit at that point.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. All right. Well, for those of you that are listening, if you'd like to get more information on this opportunity, if you haven't already, please complete the personal franchise assessment. That's going to help us and you and the team at Manage Mode to see how we align with their model. You can also just contact me directly, whether if you've already taken the PFA or if you have some questions, you can give me a call or shoot me an email. For those of you in the state of Washington, I can introduce you to Charlie McGee, who is our specialist in that state. And in Oregon and Idaho, I work those areas in addition in partnership with Blair Nickel. So I'm happy to arrange a personal introduction. Again, guys, thank you so much. It just means so much that you take the time to introduce this really unique opportunity to us. And I wish you the best of success. And I hope we're able to find some great candidates for you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
All right, guys, thanks so much, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks, everybody.
You too.